Ever felt like, the financial system just wasn't quite designed with you in mind? So many people hear that living on disability benefits means your financial story is basically set, often with a scarcity limitations. But what if that's not really the whole picture? What if there's actually a clear path to take back some power and start building real wealth? Welcome to a deep dive. We've gathered a whole stack of sources, actually, including insights straight from an expert's own journey. It's all focused on financial empowerment, on building wealth for Canadians navigating the Ontario Disability Support Program, ODSP. Our mission today is to pull out the most important bits, debunk some common myths, and show how financial freedom and building your own, let's call it, disability FU money number, how that isn't just some dream. It's actually achievable right within the system we have.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here, I think, is how these insights just completely challenge that traditional narrative. This isn't just about, scraping by or managing benefits. It's about finding these strategic ways to actively build wealth, which leads to a really important question for you listening. How can you shift your mindset? Move from just sort of surviving to actually thriving strategically within the rules. We're going to unpack some honestly surprising facts about income and asset protection strategies, things that can open up totally new financial possibilities.
Exactly. And that's where it gets really practical, isn't it? Our look into these sources, it turns up some genuinely amazing facts that let you make that shift. Okay, so for instance, let's talk income. Expert, our sources highlight a pretty big change effective February 1st, 2023, about how much net income someone on ODSP can earn before their benefits get clawed back.
Yeah.
What does that mean, practically?
Yeah.
For someone wanting to work part-time, maybe start a side hustle.
Yeah.
How does that really change the game from scarcity to, building something?
Oh, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. This change means individuals can now earn up to $1,000, that's net income per month, with zero reduction to their ODSP benefits. And that's not just a number, right? It's like a gateway. Opens the door to economic participation. It means you can actually go out and pursue maybe a small business idea, get work experience, supplement your income without that constant worry about losing your essential support. It's a real, tangible step towards having more control, which, frankly, was a massive barrier before this update.
That is powerful, yeah. And it's not only about income, right? The sources also really hammer home the importance of the RDSP, the Registered Disability Savings Plan. For anyone listening who might not be super familiar, how does the RDSP fit into this whole picture of building wealth while on ODSP?
The RDSP is just, it's a game changer, plain and simple, because it's a completely exempt asset under ODSP rules, completely. So this means any money you put in, plus the government grants and bonds, and these can be really substantial, sometimes matching contributions dollar for dollar up to certain limits, all of that can grow tax-deferred inside the plan. And crucially, it doesn't affect your ODSP eligibility or your monthly payment amount at all. It's specifically designed to help people with disabilities save long-term. It offers a serious path to financial security without penalty.
That's a massive relief, I bet, for anyone stressed about asset limits. Okay, but here's where our deep dive found something really remarkable, something I think a lot of people might not know, maybe even people pretty savvy with personal finance. The sources clearly show how strategically setting up certain accounts like TFSAs, RSPs, even the new FHFA, but setting them up with life insurance companies, using something called segregated funds, this can allow for up to $100,000 in exempt assets. That's under ODSP Policy Directive 4.8. That seems like a genuine game changer compared to just holding those accounts at a regular bank. Expert, what is the key difference? Why are these segregated funds treated so differently from, say, a standard TFSA at the bank under ODSP rules?
Right, and that is a critical distinction. It really boils down to the legal structure of these things. Segregated funds, or seg funds, they're unique investment products offered only by life insurance companies. They come with specific features like certain guarantees and asset protection, and they fall under provincial insurance laws, which is different from investments you hold directly at a bank or credit union. ODSP Policy Directive 4.8 specifically recognizes this insurance structure. It treats these segregated funds as exempt assets up to that $100,000 limit you mentioned. Now compare that to a typical TFSA or RSP held at a bank. Those usually fall under Policy Directive 4.1, which has much lower standard asset limits, like $40,000 for a single person. So it's not just what you invest in, but very much where and how that account is legally structured. That makes all the difference for maximizing your exempt assets under ODSP.
Wow. Okay, that sounds incredibly promising. Are there, any catches, any common misconceptions or complexities people should know about when they look into these segregated funds, or is it pretty straightforward?
Well, while they are incredibly powerful, it's important to remember they are insurance contracts. So yes, that means they have their own fee structures, maybe different investment options compared to standard mutual funds. It's probably not a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's more of a strategic tool. It needs careful thought. And ideally, you'd talk to a financial professional who really understands both these products and ODSP policy. But the main point, the key takeaway, is the sheer possibility this creates. The possibility to build up assets without risking your essential benefits.
Right. So wrapping this up, what does all this mean for you, listener? This deep dive really shows that achieving, a level of financial independence, it's actually possible even while receiving ODSP. We've seen how you can earn up to $1,000 net income monthly without benefit reduction. We've seen how the RDSP is this powerful, totally exempt savings tool. And maybe most surprisingly, how using segregated funds strategically through life insurance companies can let you shield up to $100,000 in assets under Policy Directive 4.8.
Exactly. And if we connect that dot to the bigger picture, it's really about defining your own disability FU money number. That specific amount of assets, that number, that would empower you to transition towards financial independence, totally on your own terms. This isn't just some abstract idea. It's about figuring out the capital you'd need to, say, cover your living costs for a year, or invest in a business idea, or just have that freedom of choice without being totally reliant on benefits. It fundamentally challenges that old assumption that being on disability automatically means living in poverty. It really highlights the power you have when you understand the system's own rules. You can use them to build financial sovereignty.
Mm-hmm. So the opportunity to actually shape your own financial future is here right now. It's about turning that narrative of scarcity into one of genuine empowerment. Maybe take a moment today. Think about what your personal disability FU money number might look like.
Yeah.
And what's maybe one small first step you could take towards it. Thank you for joining us on this really empowering exploration.